This video talks all about merchandise return screens. So first thing I'm going to talk about under maintenance, general maintenance, and then system comments to show that you can put a receipt note when doing merchandise return, and not just merchandise return, but all different types of transactions. But receipt header, email subject can all be changed. Your actual note that prints on the receipt can be set up. And then these other three boxes are if we're sending email, what's going to print in HTML body notes, Word document notes, or PDF attachment notes. So directing now to maintenance, general maintenance, and workstations, there's a setting on miscellaneous tab 4 up at the top right, auto reduce invoice balance. And this is a recommended setting if you have a charge sale and it's outstanding, they haven't paid it, and they come in and return that invoice. If you don't have this checked, it requires you to create a credit invoice for that charge sale and then apply that credit to the open charge sale. Having this check automatically does that stuff for you behind the scenes. Applies the credit and creates and applies the credit to the charge invoice and clears that out so they don't owe that money anymore. So that's a handy one to have. Lastly, under maintenance, general maintenance, and system variables, there's a few system variables that you can have set. One is restocking fee that can be set up. You can have a percentage or dollar amount. So if I put in 0.10, it'll charge a 10% restocking fee automatically for my sales. Or if I put in 5, it'll be a $5 restocking fee every merchandise return. Next is return days, and this is based for the cash sale account for the store. So if you do many of your sales to the cash sale account rather than creating the customer, this is the number of days of history to display in the merchandise return screen. So if you only allow returns for up to 30 days from the sale, you may just want to set that at a value of 30 and it'll only show those. Otherwise, if you leave this too large and you have years worth of history, it may take some time to pull up all those sales within that merchandise return screen. Lastly, we have an option of require return reason. So this system variable, you can set yes or no, turn it on or off. I'm just going to turn it on just to show you what it will do. So we have it on, and then to set up those different return reasons, that's under maintenance, customer maintenance, and then add change return reasons. So I have a couple set up, one for damage, one did not need, etc. So from here, we're going to go into the merchandise return, modules, returns, and merchandise return, or Control M. And the first thing it asks is the invoice number. So it'd be nice if you have that, type it in. It's going to pull up that customer automatically and also list the items on that invoice. So I'm just going to skip by this and go under the customer. So here it does not list anything yet until I actually tell it to. So if I have a SKU, I can type that in and it'll pull that up. Or I can put in the full invoice if I know that as well. It brings up all the items on that invoice. Or I can show all items sold in history. And at the top it shows us some of the vitals, what reference number we're on, the date it was sold, the customer's current balance, etc. So as I check off items, it adds them down below for total return. And if I check something that has a sale of greater than one quantity, it will automatically assume you're returning that full amount. So you want to be careful on those because you may want to only return one of the quantity 5 sold in this instance. Down below we have filters to filter for all accessories or titles or non-inventory, just optional. Restocking fee amount, so if I put in $10, it reduces my total return accordingly. Or I can just take that right back out. And we have additional notes here. That's where those will print. And you see our auto reduce balance is automatically checked because of that variable. And also down below in the grid, it shows how whatever line item is highlighted, how that was paid for. So you have a visual that way as well. So when I hit save, it's going to ask for a return reason. I'm going to select that. And then how we're going to return the money. Credit card, cash, credit invoice, whatever it may be. So I'll go ahead and add that credit invoice. and post it. And it will show the items that were returned. Here's our additional notes, our test notes on return from the system comments. And if I would have put a return reason note, that would have showed up there as well. I just chose a reason. And then lastly, for those return reasons, under the report catalog customer tab, we would run the returns by reason report. And I'll just do it today because I have some history for today of doing a few. Show that on the screen. So that's our total dollar amount and total transactions returned for those different return reasons. And that's merchandise returns. Thanks.